Hey there, Blessed Mama. We are here to help you, the working mom, manage your personal and professional life without losing your mind. This is a podcast for you. I'm Blair Critch, and I went from a teacher to a stay-at-home to a 7-figure online business owner. And listen, that didn't happen overnight. It happened after we actually hit rock bottom. Bankruptcy that shook us. Then to find out my husband had an addiction problem, I decided that day I would grow and learn how to build a flexible business of freedom. Now today, I'm passionate about teaching other women the exact same thing through systems and strategies full of faith, fun, and drive.
What is up? I am Kelly Hoover, retired corporate pharmaceutical rep to network marketing millionaire and small business owner. After recovering from a brain tumor, I knew I wanted to go after my dreams and make life happen. You know, quit waiting around for the perfect time. So I learned social media and how to master my time, and then the magic really started happening. If you are looking to create connections and own your time management skills, then this is the place for you. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Blessed Momma Bosses, episode 7, Time Blocking, Eat That Frog. I know you're dying to find out what we're talking about, but before we get started today, we got to do our K&B Real Talk. It's my turn. I always love it when it's my turn. All right, Kelly, what is the craziest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh my goodness. Listen, I am not an adventuresome person when it comes to food. So I'm probably going to have to say that the craziest thing I have eaten is on vacation, down maybe in a Caribbean resort, and I've eaten some sort of seafood that I couldn't pronounce the type of fish. And I can't remember what it is, but
I don't think that's all that exciting if it's fish.
You don't think so? But what if it's like some
octopus?
What if it's stuffed with something else from the sea?
That's true. It could
have been. And there was this one time that I was at a resort with some friends. The Browns, they will so remember this. And there was this jiggly thing. It was not Jell-O. It was not pudding that came out on my plate. And I did take a bite of it.
What was it?
I don't know, but it was disgusting.
Well, I have tried some interesting things. I've tried frog legs, since we're talking about eat that frog. Yep. I've tried alligator tail.
Wait, are these things fried?
Always fried. I mean, you could try anything if it's fried, right?
That's true.
So yeah, I've had alligator tail. I've had frog. I mean, I really can't think. Oh, I guess like escargots. I really like escargots, which is really snails. If you really think about it, it's kind of gross. But they're so gross. Like dripped in butter that like you just honestly don't even notice.
So I'm thinking based on this question, I should probably up my unique food game.
Yeah, I think you should try it. Like my brother goes to Japan every year and he says like every time he goes, he tries to try something new. So like he's had bugs. He's even had dog. Like it sounds horrible, but you know, you got to try it, right? If you're there.
Gosh. If you guys could see my face of disgust right now. Oh,
she's really grossed out.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get it started because today we are so excited about this subject. It is something that we both absolutely love.
Yes. So time blocking, eat that frog. So first off, let me ask you, are you a procrastinator? All right. Are there things that you always say, I never have enough time to get things done on my to-do list? Have you ever been this way before? Listen, it does cause stress, and stress leads to you being up late at night, behind on all of your due date. So one of the things that we are going to share today is a book that we love by Brian Tracy called Eat That Frog. And it really is great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. So the whole purpose of this book, and Blair and I are going to share our top 4 personal tips that we use to make sure that we get things done throughout our day. What do you get done first thing in the morning? The whole purpose of this book is whatever you have that you procrastinate on, the hard task, the big task that take a lot of time up, or maybe you really want to delay, that is the frog. And you eat the big frog first. You want to do that first thing in the morning. So we're going to kick in to 4 tips on how we actually apply this strategy.
And I have to say, I'm going to toot my own horn here because my husband always says my superpower is that I don't procrastinate. I get stuff done. But listen, if we're all being honest, like we all have something that we procrastinate, right? So for me, I mean, I definitely have one thing I always procrastinate on. Do you have one like that?
Yes, I definitely do.
Yeah. What is yours?
doing chores and tasks and cleaning closets around my house.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. That is so what I was thinking you were going to say.
Yeah. What about you? What's yours?
So for me, it's actually calling, like not calling customers. I actually really enjoy doing that. It's calling about things like I need to call to make a doctor's appointment, or the air conditioner is not working, or I have to call to get something fixed in the house. Like I hate making those phone calls, so much so that I'll always try to like throw it on my husband, and he'll be like, Blair, just call the landscaper this morning. So I have to eat that frog with that especially. But our tips that we're going to be sharing with you guys are things that we really use. So I'm going to tell you, get out a pen and a pencil. And if you're in the car, listen to this back another time. But these 4 tips are going to be so helpful for you, because it is so true that you want to get things done at the very beginning of your day. Darren Hardy is somebody who I have studied under for years. And he talks about that first morning is your super brain for 95% of the people. So I can't claim it for everybody. But most of us, our super brain is in the morning. It's when our brain is the freshest and ready to go. And so it's important that we, number 1, time block, not just calendar planning, but be specific on how you time block. So those big tasks that you need to get done, put them on the calendar and block off the time. And I actually like to give myself a little extra time. If I know that I need to reach out to all of my auto ship customers for a certain day, then I'm going to give myself maybe 45 minutes, even though most of the time it only takes me 30 minutes. That gives me extra time, because then I get 2 dopamine rushes. First one is that endorphin rush of like, check, did that, it's done. And then the next one is check, did that and finished before I was supposed to. And now I got a little time for me. So it is important that you time block that, put it on your calendar and give yourself a little extra space for it. And I'm actually going to give you another little extra tip, $1 million tip here. Change the way that you word that time block. Because the way that you think about it, it really matters, right? What you think about grows. We believe that. And I got this great tip from Lisa Nichols. If you guys have ever read any of her books, she talks about changing the names of what you're putting. So instead of me saying reach outs for auto ships, I'm going to say this 45-minute block on my calendar is going to be for helping impact people's lives. See how much better that sounds? Or like if my 30-minute block is for working out, I'm going to say 30 minutes to move my body for health and wellness, just something where it's a more positive mindset, where you're excited to get that thing done.
I love those tips and really truly apply those to my everyday life as well. So tip number 2 is your bookend, closing out the night. So the night before you go to sleep, whether it's personal or professional, this can absolutely apply to both, but look at what you have going on the next day. Okay. And really pick what are the top 3 things that are most important to get accomplished when you wake up the next morning. You're really picking the biggest frog down to the smallest frog, right? And so you really want to have this chosen the night before. What happens is you go to bed, you're not stressed because you have a plan, right? A plan to execute when you wake up. Also, your subconscious brain, when you are sleeping at night, problems are being solved. You're really doing things while you're sleeping and you don't even realize this is happening. And the third benefit is when you wake up in the morning, you know exactly where to start. You don't spend those first 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm talking about, walking around your house, figuring out what you need to do first. Guess what? You already have it planned.
I love this one. I actually started this years ago after I went to the High Performance Forum with Darren Hardy. And he talks about bookending your night and how much it actually helps your brain and helps you sleep better. So when Ryan and I both came back from that High Performance Forum, we both started implementing the shutdown, the bookending your day. And wow, it is true. My sleep was so much better because I wasn't thinking about all the things I needed to do or get done the next day. I already had that prepared and ready to go. So tip number 3 is focus on specific goals. Whatever you focus on grows, right? So go after that goal. Do you know what your personal goals are? Do you know what your professional goals are? Do you do 90-day runs? It is so important when you are checking out like where you want to be that you break it down into 90 days. In this 90 days, this is what I'm going for. And I'm going to eat that frog because these are the things I have to do every morning to achieve that goal in 90 days. So make sure that you're breaking things down like that. That's actually something that Kelly and I really teach specifically in our coaching and our training is these 90-day runs, and what you focus on grows, and goals are so important for that.
They are, and you can accomplish so much when you're focused on something specific. Tip number 4 is having a power hour time. Now, this may be a solid 60 minutes. It may be 30 minutes. It may be 20 minutes, but the whole concept is the same. When is your power? When is your super brain? As Blair was sharing earlier, when is that for you? When can you sit down? You can create those boundaries for your time and truly block things out and get it done. So knowing when that is, and honestly having those on your calendar several times a day is so incredibly crucial. So we hope that you enjoyed those specific tips. One final tip to add before we have a special contest and giveaway for you is to turn off the notifications. When you are in these power hours, when you are working specifically on one task or maybe going to bed, turn off those notifications so that you are laser focused on what you're working on. You are laser focused on getting sleep. Whatever it is, turn your phone on airplane mode, do not disturb. Whatever it is, turn the notifications off so you don't get sidetracked. So yes, I said we have a contest that is happening right now. We are super excited about this. Now listen, this is a 2-part contest. So how do you get entered? We're giving away 2 separate things. First is we have a free resource called the Master Your Time Worksheet. This is a worksheet that we have put together with training on ways that you can really maximize your time, teaching you to time block and eat that frog first thing in the morning. You can get this at Blessed Momma Bosses. It's inside our free community, and we share so many different tips and strategies inside. Number 2 is the contest to win a copy of Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog. So how do you get entered here? For the next week, the last date is October 25th. Screenshot this episode, or really any Blessed Mama episodes if you are binge listening to our episodes, and screenshot them and tag us on Instagram at Blessed Momma Bosses _ or Facebook at Blessed Momma Bosses. Tag us, we will shout you out, and you will get entered to win the Eat That Frog book with Brian Tracy. And as always, if you found any of this information helpful, we would love a 5-star review and a rating from you. And we know how much these things are helping you. So we will see you on the next episode. Have a great day and make it a great day for others. We hope you enjoyed this episode and want to hang out more with Blair and I. Join us inside our Facebook community, www.blessedmammabossesgroup.com. We'll see you there.